Hi, how's everybody doing? It's Crazy Monkey here again. Alright, so I did that mass immigration blog, parts 1 through 5. Now I'm going to do the final conclusion of part 6. And I just want to say, a lot of people will say I'm a right-wing extremist, which is totally not true. My philosophy on immigration, I've already said this many, many times, but I'll say it again. H-1B visas need to be cut down in half. Alright, they need to be cut down in half. So instead of 85,000 H-1B visas, it needs to be cut down to say 40,000, or maybe even cut down 75%, down to 20,000. So it needs to be cut way down. The spouses should not be allowed to work. They did not get the H-1B visa, they should not be allowed to work. That's my philosophy on that. My philosophy on the illegals that are already here, as long as they're not committing crimes, as long as they have a family member here, or they have connections here, a job here, a house here, their wife is here, their husband's here, their family's here, they should be allowed to stay as long as they're not committing crimes. But the illegals that are committing crimes, felonies, drunk drivers, they should be rounded up and deported, all right? And my philosophy is building the wall is a very, very good thing because one, it prevents illegals from getting raped that are crossing the border. A lot of these females crossing the border get raped at the border, crossing the border. So by building the wall, that will prevent those crimes from happening. It will prevent people from dying of exposure. A lot of these people, they're trying to cross the border, it's a desert, it's 120 degrees, 110 degrees, and they wind up dying of exposure. Building the wall will prevent those people from dying. Building the wall will prevent, all the crime that's on that border, lawless region. You have murders, killings, you have just a massive amount of crime. A lot of women are getting raped. Men are left to die in trucks. It is just a crime-filled region. Children are dying, men, women, and children are dying. It's just a crime-filled region, and we can prevent it all. We can prevent all that crime real easily. All we do is build a big, huge, massive wall on that border between Mexico and America, and that crime will stop. That crime will stop because the illegals will stop coming across because that wall will be like 40 feet high, they can't get across, they will stop coming, and that crime will be prevented. And our wages here in America will start to go up, all right? So that is really my philosophies. In terms of foreign investors buying houses here, I am vehemently against foreign investors buying existing houses because that's driving up the prices and it's making us Americans dirt poor because we can't afford houses. And I'm vehemently against that. Instead, I support filthy rich foreign investors, filthy rich foreigners should only be allowed to buy new construction. Instead of buying used houses, they should only be able to buy new houses. So that means they have to buy raw land, they have to hire a contractor and build a dream house. That's fine, but they should not be allowed to just buy existing inventory. That's gotta stop because it's just totally destroying our country, it's destroying our quality of life, it's turning us third world. Just because me and my husband bought a house doesn't mean I want prices to skyrocket. No, the exact opposite. I want prices to level off and go down, especially in cities like San Francisco, San Jose, Seattle. In those cities, I want the prices to collapse. I want the prices to collapse, all right? So like I was saying, I was just telling you, my philosophies on immigration, and I'll just say it like this. I'm very easygoing on immigration. You go to these other countries, and they're not nearly as nice as I would be, all right? Like I'm saying, you can come to America, you can build a brand new house, you can own it on your land. I'm actually saying that's okay. You go to a foreign country, you think they're gonna let you just buy land, build a house on it, and you own 100% of it? No, they make you meet some local person in that country, and then it's 50-50 joint ownership. So you gotta meet a citizen of that country, and then they get 50% joint ownership, even if they pay no money. You gotta give them 50% joint ownership, even if they pay nothing, because that's how the law is. No, actually the other countries are really, really strict, all right? So what I'm saying, everything I'm saying about immigration, foreigners buying houses in America, everything I'm saying is really easygoing compared to other countries, all right? Like for example, I'll just give a few examples real quick. You're an illegal in another country, they'll throw your ass in jail for like a year, and they'll just leave you there, and then they'll deport you, all right? That's how it is in a lot of third world countries, all right? And I'm saying, the illegals that aren't committing crimes, they should be allowed to stay as long as they have a family member here, their wife, their husband here, their family's here, they have their job here, their house here, they should be allowed to stay. I'm just saying the criminals should be deported. That's not radical at all. And then I'm saying we should build a wall. Well, of course, we should build a wall to prevent all this crime from happening. That's not radical. That's just common sense. That's just common sense. And then I'm saying, what else am I? Yeah, the H-1B visa. I'm just saying, hey, look, you get an H-1B visa, you can work, but that doesn't mean your spouse can work. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, we only have a certain amount of jobs created in this country. Several million per year. So if 1 million of those jobs are going to illegals, because we got like 1 million illegals coming here every year because there's no wall on the border, and then the H-1B visas are taking like another 85,000, and then they want their spouses to work, and that would be another 85,000, and then a lot of Republicans and Democrats in Congress want to raise that H-1B visa number to like 150, 200,000. Add the spouses, that's another 150, 200,000. Are there going to be any jobs left for us Americans? I mean, are there going to be any jobs left for us Americans? Because if you're only creating 2, 3, 4 million jobs a year, and like half those jobs are going to illegals and H-1B visas and immigrants that are just come here like yesterday, if half the jobs are going to them, what jobs are going to be left for us Americans? All right, we are being destroyed. The middle class in this country is being destroyed. We got to cut immigration to protect the middle class. And everything I've said in my blog is very moderate and it's very easygoing. You go to these other countries, they're like 1,000 times stricter. They're 1,000 times more militant. Everything I'm saying is like extremely easygoing. Like I said in my blog, with Islamic immigration, if they're moderate Muslims, that's fine, as long as there's extreme vetting. If there's a Muslim guy in America, he wants to go over to, some Islamic country, meet a wife, bring her here, marry her so she can become a citizen, that's fine. I support moderate, organic immigration. What I'm vehemently against is when they just have these massive refugee programs where they want to bring in just millions and millions and millions of refugees from Somalia and all different countries, Syria, Iraq. They just want to bring in millions and millions of people, virtually no vetting. They just want to bring them all in here to lower our wages and collapse our quality of life. That's what I'm against. Now, if there's a few, moderate Muslims that are escaping persecution in Iraq because maybe they're artists and they're escaping persecution, or maybe they worked with the United States, they're escaping persecution and they want to come here on asylum, I support that. Like I said, if there's a Muslim here and he wants to bring his wife here, get married, I support that. Again, what I'm against is just bringing in millions and millions of people, like on these refugee resettlement programs, which is just a total scam. That's just a total scam for mass immigration, drive our wages down. So again, everything I'm saying, I'm very moderate. You go to one of these Muslim countries, they're not moderate, they're extreme. You go to Iran, you go to like Saudi Arabia, Iraq, you go to these different Muslim countries, they're extreme. You think they're just going to allow you to move there if you're a Christian, and they're going to treat you wonderfully and great, and they're going to just let you be a citizen? It's not like that at all. No, it's totally not like that. So actually my system, what I'm saying, is actually very moderate. It's actually really accepting. You know what I'm saying? It's really easygoing. And it's like the liberals, these leftist liberals, just want more and more and more. They want just millions of people to pour in this country, and then what's going to happen is we're all going to become dirt poor together. So as American citizens, we're going to become dirt poor. The immigrants themselves will become dirt poor as well, and then America will just be a third world country. So if you're an immigrant, you should support me, because I want America to be wealthy and prosperous. I want Europe, Canada, Australia to be wealthy and prosperous, so you as an immigrant that come in will get to be middle class. The liberal leftist system is to just flood Europe, Canada, Australia, America, with just hundreds of millions of immigrants, collapse the quality of life, turn us all third world, so then we'll be all just one giant authoritarian third world country. That does not benefit you as an immigrant. It actually hurts you. Your quality of life will collapse, just like my quality of life will collapse. So I'm just going to show you some articles real quick about these leftist liberals. Wow, I already talked 9 minutes. The camera battery's almost dead. I got to go quick. All right, so here is an article. This article is from Finance at Yahoo. We're just going to go real quick because my battery is not going to last much longer. All right, so here is the tax rate. Maximum income tax per state. So guess what state is the worst, folks? Guess what state is the worst? It's the state where the Democrat Socialist Party is in virtual total control. That state right there. That state right there, folks. They have the highest income tax, state income tax in the nation. What a joke. California, what a joke. Sky high sales tax in that socialist leftist state. Sky high state income tax in that socialist leftist state of California. And the house prices are like $1 million or $2 million, so you wind up paying like $10,000 property tax as well. California, what a joke. That's what socialism does to your state. It destroys it. It destroys the middle class, and it turns your state into a state where it's either filthy rich elites, techie elites, or you just have dirt poor people, dirt poor illegals. You have basically a slave labor economy, and then these filthy rich socialist elites at the top, they make all the money. That's exactly what it is. Here's another article. We'll read that one later.